No one really noticed Jaden in class. He was the kind of student who blended into the background, quiet, never late but never speaking up either. His clothes were always a little too big, a little too old. His backpack was held together with safety pins and duct tape, and his notebooks were filled not just with class notes, but little sketches in the corners, drawings of people, trees, and cities far more detailed than you'd expect from a 14-year-old boy. Mr. Clark, the history teacher, had taught for nearly 20 years. He'd seen students of all kinds, but something about Jaden intrigued him. The boy sat in the same corner every day, always scribbling until the very last bell. But when test day arrived, even Mr. Clark was surprised. It was a major test, one that would heavily impact final grades. Students arrived nervous, flipping through last-minute notes and whispering answers. Jaden walked in late, slightly out of breath, his test paper already in hand. He didn't ask for more time. He just sat and began writing quietly. At the end of class, students handed in neat, polished sheets, most with color-coded highlights, some even typed. Then Jaden stepped forward with his test. It was wrinkled and slightly dirty, like it had been folded and unfolded dozens of times. A corner was smudged with what looked like grease, and a small tear ran down the side. A few classmates giggled as he walked past. Jaden said nothing, just handed the test to Mr. Clark with a small nod and returned to his seat. Later that evening, Mr. Clark sat at his kitchen table, papers stacked high, coffee in hand. He had saved Jaden's test for last, unsure what to expect. But as soon as he began reading, he was stunned. Jaden hadn't just answered the questions, he had explained them. His essays connected the events of history to the struggles of today, with empathy and clarity. There were no fancy words, no padding, just raw, honest understanding. This wasn't just memorization. This was insight. The next morning, Mr. Clark handed back the graded papers. A few students eagerly flipped theirs over, whispering about their scores. Then came the surprise. Jaden's wrinkled, crumpled paper had an A+ marked boldly in red. Whispers turned to disbelief. "Wait, that paper," someone muttered. "How did that get the highest grade?" Mr. Clark walked to the front of the class, holding up Jaden's paper. "I want you all to look at this," he said. "You might see a dirty page. I see a student who spent every spare moment studying, even if life didn't give him clean tables and quiet rooms. Some of you had hours of tutoring, apps, and parents helping you revise. Jaden? He did this in the back of a noisy laundromat while watching his little sister. And yet, he didn't ask for more time. He didn't make excuses. He gave me everything he had." The classroom fell silent. No more snickering. No more whispers. Even the students who had dismissed Jaden suddenly saw him in a new light, not as the boy with messy clothes, but as someone who had done more with less than any of them had even imagined. Over time, Jaden became someone people looked up to. He didn't change his clothes, didn't speak more loudly, but classmates started sitting with him at lunch, asking for his take on history, art, even life. And Mr. Clark? He never again judged a paper by how it looked. Jaden would later go on to become a youth counselor, helping teens from broken homes find their strengths, reminding them, just as Mr. Clark once reminded a classroom, that a wrinkled paper can hold a brilliant mind. Don't judge someone's value by what you see on the surface. Sometimes, the messiest things carry the most effort, the deepest thought, and the greatest heart. If this story moved you, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Stories like this remind us that true worth isn't always polished, and your support helps us keep sharing tales that matter. Drop a comment if you've ever been underestimated. We're listening.